Good morning. I have never done this before, but I thought it would be fun to film a what I eat in a day video. I do get questions from time to time about how I stay fueled as a busy mom. As I enter into this midlife season, I have been trying to be really intentional about what I eat. Nothing super rigid or complicated, just trying to really stay focused on protein and fiber and variety. So today I thought I'd bring you along on a real day of eating as a busy homeschooling, work from home mom, trying to stay healthy without overcomplicating it. Okay, let's have breakfast. I'll show you what I made. For breakfast today, I'm just doing a simple scramble. I've got a couple of eggs here, so I'm just gonna crack those in here. I started my day with a walk. Normally when I get up, I'm not super hungry, so a lot of times I will have breakfast actually after my workout, but today, since I'm sharing this with you, I didn't want you to see me after my workout. It's gonna be all sweaty, so I'm having breakfast a little bit early, but I've been looking for ways to really focus on protein and fiber, especially at breakfast time. So, you know, I'm a lady of the 80s, and like a lot of you, I imagine, grew up eating cereal and milk, which is super simple, but also, you know, you're hungry like an hour later. So trying to focus on protein and fiber. And I'm also trying to eat more vegetables. And spinach is one of my favorite ways to do that because it just, like, I'm not even gonna chop this, I'm just gonna drop that in there. It's gonna cook down to almost nothing. And then it adds some fiber and adds some nutrients. And then I'm also going to serve this avocado on top. Avocados are a great source of fiber and healthy fat, and they're delicious. You have to be really careful how you cut them. I read somewhere that like the #1 cause of emergency room visits is like improper cutting of avocados. I don't know if that's true. Maybe make a comment down below if you've heard that. Oh, that's a nice looking avocado. So I'm gonna just set that other half aside, and I'm just gonna cut this up, and I'm gonna put it on top of my scramble when it's done. Okay, so this is what the eggs look like when they come out of the pan, and I'm just going to put this avocado on top. I'll probably sprinkle it with a little bit more salt, touch of pepper, and breakfast is ready. So let's see how these turned out. Pretty good. The one thing about eggs is they can be very bland. I tend to like them pretty well seasoned. So I've got this, it's from HEB, this is bagel, not included seasoning. I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle some of this on. It's like everything but the bagel. It's the HEB generic equivalent, but let's see if this makes them a little bit tastier. That definitely livened up. I'm gonna finish eating my breakfast, then I'm gonna go do my workout. I'll see you at lunchtime. Okay, so I finished my workout, taking a shower. I'm getting ready to start school with the kids, but before I do that, I want to get some chicken marinating. I am planning to do a grilled chicken Caesar salad for lunch. So I wanna get that going because, you know, the longer it sits in the marinade, the more flavorful it's gonna be. I've got a pound of chicken here. I'm not actually going to eat a pound of chicken with my lunch. However, I'm a huge fan of cook once, eat twice, or 3 or 4 times. So I'm gonna marinate and grill all of these. I'm just marinating them in some olive oil, very simple marinade, some olive oil and some lemon juice. So yeah, I'm gonna grill all of these up. I'll have one of them with my lunch, and then whatever I don't eat, I will just pop in the freezer, and then we can use that as extra protein in a soup or you know, in salad in the future. So I'm just gonna put some salt and some pepper. And then if I had a little bit more time, if this wasn't a school day, this would be a lot better with like freshly minced garlic, but perfect is pretty, done is beautiful. I'm just gonna put some garlic powder in there, and then I'm just gonna flip them, move them around a little bit, flip them over, make sure that both sides are coated and seasoned. And then I'm gonna let that sit in the fridge for a couple hours until lunchtime. All right, it's almost 2 o'clock and I'm just getting started on lunch now. School just took a lot longer today. Sometimes you have those kinds of days. Anyway, I'm gonna start grilling this chicken. So I'm getting it. I've already heated the grill pan, and so I'm just getting these on here. And then while the chicken is cooking, I will prep the other ingredients for the salad. So I'm gonna set a timer for 6 minutes per side. Okay, while my chicken is cooking, I'm going to prepare the other ingredients for the salad. I've got this lettuce that I already washed. Now I'm just gonna chop it. No real rhyme or reason to how I do this, just chopping it up. I have this really good Parmesan cheese. I got it from HEB. It's so yummy. I'm just gonna grate some of that up. And I don't measure every ingredient when I'm doing stuff, but for, kind of the more calorie dense things like cheese and dressing, I will measure, just because I want to make sure I'm not getting too much. So that's about a tablespoon of Parmesan cheese. And then I am going to use the other half of this avocado, this beautiful avocado from this morning. Oh, my chicken's almost done. So I'm just gonna slice that up carefully. Remember what I told you this morning about avocados. Okay, and then I just want to use a tablespoon, okay? I forgot to have a fork nearby, but I will use a tablespoon to scoop out the avocado pieces. And in just a moment, I'm gonna have to flip that chicken. Okay, my chicken is done. I cooked all 4 pieces. Like I said, I'm gonna save those for a future meal, and I'm just gonna chop up. This is not coming apart the way I want it to. Anyway, well, it may not look pretty, but it is going to taste good. So I'm just gonna cut up this piece of chicken and then put it on top of my salad. And then I can put some salad dressing on it, and lunch will be ready. All right. I have this Primal Kitchen Caesar dressing that I like to use. And again, I'm gonna measure it because salad dressing is one of those things that, I don't spend a lot of time counting calories, but like salad dressing, you could easily add like 500 extra calories, and for what? So I'm just gonna do 2 tablespoons of this, and then lunch will be served. Okay, it's time for lunch. I'm gonna have this chicken Caesar salad. That's pretty good. Need a napkin. Yeah, so this will keep me full for a couple more hours until dinner time. So awesome. I'm gonna enjoy this, and I'll see you when it's time for dinner. For dinner, I'm making a cauliflower macadamia soup. So like I said earlier, I've been focusing on protein, fiber, and variety lately, but I still do love cozy, simple meals like this. This recipe comes from a program called Phase It. It is a program designed for midlife women and addressing some of the specific challenges that come during that season through nutrition and fitness. I'm not affiliated with them in any way. I just find their resources super helpful in this season. So I can't share this exact recipe because it is part of their paid program, but I'll drop a link down below in the description if you want to check it out. So that's a realistic day of eating for me right now. Protein forward, lots of fiber, and simple comfort in the evening. If this video was helpful to you, the next video is all about how I meal prep for the week without spending hours in the kitchen. Thanks for watching. I'll be back next week with a brand new video. Until then, I'm Andrea. Bye for now.